Stop! Before you skip this video, ask yourself, how long has it been since you slept? 1 night, 2, or are you pushing your body to the absolute limit? Sleep deprivation isn't just tiredness, it's a downward spiral that messes with your brain, your body, and even your sanity. And it happens in 5 terrifying stages, from the caffeine-fueled highs of stage 1, to the mind-bending hallucinations of stage 3, all the way to the total collapse of stage 5. This is what happens when you don't sleep. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at sleep the same way again. Let's break it down. Alright, let's kick things off with stage 1, the initial 24 hours of sleep deprivation. You know the feeling, that familiar drowsiness creeping in. You're trying to focus on your work, on a conversation, but your brain has other plans. It's like someone hit the slow-mo button on your cognitive functions. And it's not just the brain fog, your mood takes a hit too. You're more irritable, quicker to snap, maybe even a little more emotional than usual. Now you might think, okay, 24 hours, I can handle that. But it's a warning sign, a yellow flag from your body saying, hey, I need some rest here. Welcome to stage 2, the 36-hour mark. We're now in the realm where your body starts to take matters into its own hands. It's like your internal systems are having a meeting and they're deciding, alright, we can't keep everything running at full capacity anymore. Non-essential functions start to go offline, your metabolism slows down, your digestion gets sluggish, and you might even feel a little colder than usual. But here's the real kicker, your reaction time takes a nosedive. Imagine driving a car or even just crossing the street with delayed reactions. This is why sleep deprivation is a major factor in accidents and injuries. Hold on tight, because at the 48-hour mark, we're entering stage 3, where things start to get a little weird. This is where the phenomenon of microsleeps kicks in. Ever been driving tired and suddenly realize you've zoned out for a few seconds? That's a microsleep, a brief, involuntary lapse into sleep. Now, imagine these microsleeps happening more frequently, without warning, while you're trying to function. Your brain is so desperate for rest that it starts taking these tiny power naps whether you like it or not. Your cognitive functions are now severely impaired. Trying to hold a coherent conversation or perform any task that requires even a modicum of mental agility becomes incredibly challenging. Sleep deprivation plays havoc with your emotional regulation, making you feel like you're on a roller coaster you can't get off. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because at 72 hours without sleep, we've arrived at stage 4, and this is where things start to get really strange. We're talking hallucinations, paranoia, the whole 9 yards. Your brain, starved of sleep and desperate for a break, starts playing tricks on you. Shadows morph into figures, objects appear and disappear, and your senses become incredibly unreliable. You might hear things that aren't there or feel sensations that have no physical source. And if hallucinations weren't enough, get ready for a healthy dose of paranoia. Sleep deprivation can trigger a surge in cortisol, the stress hormone, making you feel anxious, agitated, and suspicious of everything and everyone around you. Imagine feeling like you're in a constant state of fight or flight, your heart racing, your palms sweating, your mind on high alert. This is it, folks, the moment you've been waiting for, stage 5, the final frontier of sleep deprivation. After 96 hours without sleep, your body is officially in crisis mode. We're talking severe cognitive deficits, impaired judgment, and a significantly increased risk of accidents and injuries. At this stage, your motor skills are so impaired that even simple tasks like walking or buttoning your shirt become monumental challenges. But here's the scariest part. Stage 5. Sleep deprivation can be life-threatening. Prolonged sleep deprivation can lead to a weakened immune system, an increased risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes, and, in extreme cases, even death. It's crucial to understand that stage 5 is not some badge of honor, some testament to your endurance. It's a dangerous and potentially deadly condition that should be avoided at all costs. So there you have it. The 5 stages of acute sleep deprivation, a journey through the fascinating and often frightening world of what happens when we deprive our bodies of the rest they desperately need. It's clear that sleep isn't just about feeling refreshed and energized, it's about maintaining our physical and mental health, our ability to function in the world, and ultimately, our survival. Make sure to prioritize your rest, establish a consistent sleep schedule, and listen to your body when it tells you it needs a break. Did you know your body clock typically has a 24-hour repeating rhythm called the circadian rhythm? Two processes interact to control this rhythm. Thanks for watching, and sweet dreams.